Hey everybody, Ham up here at the desk. Want to show you some new stuff and the discovery of one of the first knives in my collection, except for what I had when I was a kid, and some other stuff. But first of all, we broadcast a Monday Night Raw for the WWE a few weeks ago, actually last week I think, from here in Richmond, and John Cena was wearing his new hat. Now, I don't normally buy wrestling paraphernalia when I do the shots, but I got this one for a reason. I've been wearing it around ever since. First of all, I like Cena. I think he's a great personality, and although I've been working with first the WWF and then the WWE on the television side since 1990, uh, he's a pretty straight shooter. I like him a lot. Anyway, this is from his little group Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect. I like that. I think that's a great way to live your life. But the reason I got this, being as what I'm going through right now, as you all know, with the cancer, I like that. Never give up. I've been wearing this. I wore it to my last office visit with the doctor. They all thought it was great. Um, and you sure as hell can find me in a crowd, huh? Jeez. Could that be any greener? Anyway, very cool. All right. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you recognize this. This is my tried and true AK-47, purchased, I believe, in the late 90s when it just came out. This thing has been all around the world with me. It's my go-to folder. I have a belt holster for it. I actually even have a Kydex sheath for it that I can use when it's traveling. But anyway, knife has never failed me. It's still as strong as ever. It's just, it's, it's a tank, and it feels like it's made out of tank parts. I mean, this is the old metal scales, uh, and it's held up real well. Well, digging through something the other day, I came across the other knife I had bought with this that I carried for a long time and then put away. This knife is also over 10 years old. They don't make these anymore. This is a Cold Steel Trail Guide, the large size. You can still get these, but they're not manufactured anymore. And this is back when they were still making the blades in the United States. And this is carbon steel. It's their carbon 5. As a matter of fact, it says down there, you can't see because this camera will never focus, but it says carbon 5 made in the USA. And I'll tell you what, this is another solid knife that isn't going anywhere. This is such an old model, it doesn't even have an adjustment screw on the pivot. The pivot is riveted with a metal ring behind the pivot to just hold it in place. As a matter of fact, the stainless steel pocket clip is also riveted. So I can't take that off like I normally do without messing everything up, so I just left it on. But you can tell this blade's a little discolored. It came in a satin finish. If I could get closer with this camera, I don't think I can. Um, anyway, I've used this thing to eat with. I've dug holes with it, chopped through everything I can think of, and it's just it's taken a hell of a beating, and it keeps on going. Another testament to the way they make their product. But there they are, the old generation Cold Steel. It's amateur radio in the background. Sorry, but that stays on. Anyway, I got this back from my friend Pat Pierce here in the Richmond area, Richmond, Virginia. Pat is a local bladesmith. He's actually he's a master grinder. He's got the complete shop, and I had gotten another railroad spike knife, and this thing basically came from the blacksmith about as sharp as a letter opener. And Pat took it and reground it, and this thing is like razor sharp now, and it's just an amazing piece of work. And it's a perfect companion to the other one that I carry all the time. This one probably won't get carried as much because this handle is a little bit uncomfortable, but it's still a 4-finger grip. It's very controllable, and like I said, Pat made this razor sharp. Pat works on all my edges when I can't solve the problem with just a whetstone and a strop. Um, and that just worked out real well. This is an old Condor leather sheath that the knife just fits in perfectly, I think. And that'll stay in that. And finally, the last thing is I just picked these up. I haven't used them yet. I'm going to be using these tomorrow. These are the Easy Lap credit card size diamond sharpener cards. These are actual diamond sharpeners. Come in various grits. This is the Superfine, which says on the back here is 1200. Okay, and then the medium grit, which is 400. And these things are the size of credit cards. And they are just shaved smooth. And you can use them either dry or with oil. And I'm going to be using them tomorrow on a couple of blades and doing a video to see how that turns out. But I have another set coming which will give me the coarse, which is 250, and the fine, which is 600. So between the two of those, between the two packs, I'll have the 4 stones. And I mean, it folds up thin as can be. I mean, that's it. I don't know if I'm going to keep them in this case or not. This is how it comes from the seller. But we're going to try this out tomorrow on camera, and we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I thought I'd do one video tonight actually in focus. And here it is. So, have a good night. We'll see you guys later.